All right. So, okay. Did one recording, and since that one's still rendering, I'm going to be doing this one. So, let's just cut right to it. Donald Trump is, well, he's oh wait, before that, I got to make a acknowledgement. After the last recording about the homelessness, Sidra, my my woman, me other half, you know, she thought about something just after I got done talking about it, and that is locking all of these homeless people up and finding them and forcing them to be in prison in general. She said most likely a new for-profit prison might be going up or already is up, and that way they'll get the free labor out of them. So that is a definite possibility. Uh, there's a chance this might go up before the one I've done before. No, I'll make sure this one goes up second just to keep it in order frame. Now, on to this one. Donald Trump has said to California, you know, I'm not helping you anymore with these fires. I'm killing all the aid. He gaslighted them, saying it's your fault that you didn't keep up with the you didn't keep up with the keeping the forest clean and you know doing I guess brush fires to to make I get a fire line or lane or something. I don't know. I'm sorry about that one. I just don't. And I do have regret because I did have it in my head, but then trying to remember what Sidra said, it pushed it right out. But making a break line for fires, that's they didn't do that and things like that. And Donald Trump don't understand. And TYT did a good thing of talking about topography, but wait, no, it wasn't TRT. It was David Pakman. He did a good job talking about topography, but he didn't explain. California is located in a dry zone. It's a roughly desert area. All right, it is. It's a little bit too far from the sea. They don't get many storms. It's dry, and any storm they get, a lightning bolt will travel 5 to 10 miles from the storm. It only takes one lightning bolt. It takes one wind. It's so dry and arid there. It just takes a good wind to brush any kindling, and it'll spark. That's all it takes. It don't take much like people want you to think, like someone has to drop a match or a cigarette butt or anything like that. No, all it takes is wind pushing anything on the ground that is that dried out. And when it rubs just enough, fire. That happens. It's how it works sometimes. And so California is prone to wildfires. It always has been. Always. The problem is that people like Donald Trump and his ilk don't want to acknowledge that due to climate change, the forest fires happen far more frequently. These forest fires happen on a much larger scale. So it is impossible right now to really fight them. People have died. And someone say, it's been 3, it's been 5. Let me tell you something. It's been more than none. I don't give a damn about how many people have died. It's the fact that more than 0 have died. There should have been no fatalities. The fire should have been... Okay, I'm not even going to... What I'm going to do is put the onus where it belongs. This is supposedly the union. Union together. This is supposedly the United States of America. And when anyone talks about seceding from the United States, they are automatically demonized. So shouldn't it be just as bad for the president of the United States to say, I am not going to help one of the states? But see, that only leaves credence to exactly what has been, all right? As they said in Wild Wild West, it's the united divided. Because that's exactly what's going on. Oh yeah, they're United States. Are we? Yeah. But we got borders, don't we? They're borders. Every state got their somewhat rules, and then you got your federal rules that go for all of them. And Donald Trump and every Republican on Capitol Hill is responsible for ensuring the betterment and safety of the country. And it would cost them a lot of money to get these fires under control. Therefore, no funding, no more aid. That's all there's to it. It's going to cost us money. then it's not happening. You think it ain't true? Bush and them was not helping New Orleans when it came to Hurricane Katrina, not helping at all. You know, Obama didn't do too much when it came to Florida. You know, did enough with FEMA, I suppose. It was very underfunded. And now Trump, when he had hurricane catastrophes, he was like, yeah, you know, we care. Those some paper towels. We ain't got to worry about them. And we gave them great paper towels. They were the best. They were soft. You know, that matters more than the absolute unadulterated annihilation of the island of Puerto Rico. I'm just saying, this all sucks. It's evidence against the fact that we are in an emotional and physically feckless government. We are in the thralls of the greatest piece of shit governing in the history of the United States. Right now, in the Dakotas, Standing Rock and all that, their water supply is being poisoned by oil on a pipeline that's illegally placed, illegally pushed, illegally built. It broke treaties, it broke laws, it broke Constitution. That pipeline is up there. It is literally saying, fuck all of you. That's what it's saying. Right now, California is on fire. And nobody's helping because it costs money. The pipeline will generate money. The fire will cost money. The homeless in Las Vegas, Nevada will definitely raise money for for-profit prisons and a little bit of the state to use for their own greed. But it doesn't help the homeless. Their buildings, they don't want the homeless in front of the buildings, but they're not going to give the homeless jobs so the homeless can have a home to get away from the buildings. This country sucks. And as horrible as this country is, it's not as grotesque as some other countries. It's not. And it shows the epitome of our blatant stupidity to have the mindset of, it's bad, but it ain't as bad, so just deal with it. Or if you don't like it, leave it. So say the privileged. So say the boomers. The baby boomers. Only the privileged, the boomers, are the ones saying it. No one else is. Everyone is accountable for how shit-tacular this country is. And do we deserve better? Yes. Until we stop trying to get better. We're complacent. We drop the ball and get angry when others don't pick it up. I can only commentate. I can't lead a charge. I can't organize. I can't do any of that stuff. I just can't. It'd be beautiful if I could, because if I could, I'd be out there. There wouldn't even be comparative reasoning on YouTube. There really wouldn't. It just could not happen that way. If you can organize, if you can push forward thinking ideas, policies, positions, do so. You gotta social media, everyone has, not everyone, I'm sorry to say that, that's so fucking stupid on me. A lot of people have Instagram, a lot of people have Twitter and other social media. What I am asking of you is, when you hear content like this or anything else, I am asking you to get your social media in on it. If they say they don't like to listen to or don't want to hear something, oh, it's done, the other one's done. If they don't want to hear anything progressive, they're tired of the progressives, then they're part of the problem, and you need to see that. Share to your social media. Say, give them a chance. Give them, as I tell anyone, give them 5 shows, and talk to them. Don't just listen and then downvote, because you know what? I don't know what your downvote means. You don't like the video, you don't like the content, or I said a word or a phrase that you didn't like and I'm supposed to just understand that? No, that is also stupidity. If you put a downvote, let the uploader know why. Because that can help improve the show or start a conversation, and then you might change your downvote to an upvote, or just take the downvote away and leave it blank. You know, if someone makes an error, don't be quiet. You know, I can see if you've explained it ad nauseum and they just don't get it, fine, I get that. But if you've never spoken to them, you got to give them the chance to prove to you that they need not be spoken to in the first place. Everyone deserves a chance. And if any of you know, if you saw that, if you listened to that 1 hour plus interview I gave to a Republican, you know I'm the king of giving someone a chance. I wish our president was a different person, because California does not need another chance. It should have endless help. The homeless should have endless help. Florida, when they get jacked up by storms, New York will soon be hurt by these storm surges and swells. It's going to happen in the next 3 or 4 years, where what happens in Florida will travel up the coast, because that's how it rolls. They all need chances. They all need help. Content creators, we need help. We don't need bubbles. We don't need head nodders. We need help. If you know people on social media, you got yours, use it, link it, share it to it. Help us reach other people so that maybe we can get people to understand things that they just normally wouldn't even think about. You know, Sunny Secular, you know, her videos, every once in a while I post them here or there. I tell Sidra about them. I wish I could tell my family, but they don't listen to me at all, so I'm not even going to try that. However, I say this. Anyone out there that does help, anyone that wants to help, spread the message, you know, not just me. You know, go to Conquering Thought. Go to Prophet of Zod. I know Conquering Thought got his issues, but Benjamin Dixon as well. I've got very few issues. Something's changed in Benjamin Dixon. Tom Hartman, the Young Turks, you know, Aron Ra. There's so many people. There's so many people. Give everyone a chance. Listen and just take it in for a little bit. You know, help us help you to help everybody. It's a cycle, it's a circle, it's a social circle, and we need your help. I'm done begging, and I don't like to beg much. I get angry, but I can't this time because my heart is just too much in it. I really care. So please help everybody. This is Sedrik Kennedy for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.